In the final preseason action, the Ducks took on the Sharks for the third time in 6 games, and there is a dynamic duo forming in front of our eyes. The first period was mostly controlled by the Ducks, but all the action was towards the end of the first. The Sharks got a good chance, and the Ducks got a few, but the big concern was Cutter falling into the boards awkwardly. Luckily, he was okay and played the rest of the game, and let's just say he had a big impact the rest of the way. The second started with a standard McTavish penalty. This seems to still be the trend for McT, at least so far during preseason. He has probably been our most penalized player if you don't include the game misconduct's last game. He has taken at least 1 penalty every game he has played. The Sharks would capitalize on it. Not sure what was rougher, the penalty killing or Steve Carroll's mic peeking on the broadcast call. The Ducks would respond though. Terry pounces on a loose puck in the offensive zone and places a perfect pass to Vatrano, and he rips it. The Ducks killed 2 penalties to end the second, tied 1-1, but that would change quickly in the third as a Leo Cutter connection made magic. Carlsson nonchalantly carries the puck in and delivers a perfect backhand pass to Gauthier. Cutter shoots and puts in his own rebound. The pass was freaking perfect. I don't even know how he did it. They're becoming the next dynamic Ducks duo in front of our eyes. I'm so freaking excited for their career. And you can tell Leo is too. I want someone who looks at me the way Leo does Cutter. The next 10 years plus of them is going to be so much fun. Especially if we can get the power play working, as the Ducks would finally get their first and only power play of the night. Gotta call it McTavish again. He was wide open in the slot and didn't shoot.
Mason McTavish had the right idea in mind.
Not the right idea, Edom. But overall, the movement on the power plays have been much better recently, but no goal. So the Sharks would tie it late. Henry Tron gets a weird one. It definitely looks like it got deflected somehow. I think it was Leo's stick, but couldn't really tell from the replay. Overtime we go, and let's just say some interesting lines were being tested out there. Fowler better not ever be on the ice for OT again. Shout out Lacombe for playing like a minute without a stick and doing just about everything he could till Dosty covered it. Shootout time. Cutter was the lone goal scorer on both sides, just so smooth and filthy. Dostal stopped everything on the other side. I wonder if this stat includes past preseasons too, but either way, he has been perfect this preseason. Ducks win 3-2.
We're going home!
This was a look at our opening night lineup, and honestly, I like the lines. The Cutter-Leo killer line has been together all camp, and the chemistry is already forming. Killorn definitely feels like a passenger on this line, almost unnoticeable, but if he keeps it simple and lets Cutter and Leo go to work, he is fine on that line. I was really unimpressed with the Fabry, McT, and Z line. Fabry probably looked the best, Z had a few good moments, but it definitely feels like they weren't trying to get injured, which is fine by me. The new look third might have been our best overall. Terry drove that line, and he should feast on lesser competition. He has always been someone who needs the puck to work, and this allows him to do that. You don't want Strome having the puck. Granted, he actually looked pretty good last night, and Frankie is not a playmaker. The fourth line was a fourth line. It was fine. On the defenseman side, there wasn't really anyone who stood out, which can be a good or bad thing depending on how you want to look at it. Of course, the biggest omission from the dress rehearsal lineup was Zellweger. If you're going purely based on the games, he probably was one of the least noticeable defensemen, which is good in some sense because it means his defensive game was okay. But his game is all about the offensive side, and there wasn't much. I would imagine he swaps in and out with Leno till Fowler is traded. I really hope that happens soon. It sucks we have to have a promising young player in the box. It will be interesting to see what happens come opening night in a week. Back-to-back years, the Ducks are the last team to start the season, and then play a back-to-back to start too. Oof. I will say, there were more promising things in preseason than there were concerns. Can't wait to get this season started against the same Sharks team we have already faced so many times in preseason. Maybe we'll get our first look at Celebrini finally. He has been dodging us so far. Thank you to our members. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!